How many people do you care for? Do you have close family or friends that you feel a strong sense of love and responsibility to? Are you in a profession with caregiving in its job description? Do you volunteer regularly or donate to charity? You need these things to stay emotionally stable, whether you realize it or not. However you choose to care, you are doing yourself and your brain a huge favor. Believe it or not, the act of caring is perfect for your mental health. But how is that possible? Is that really true? To answer those questions, here are 12 ways caring for someone keeps you emotionally stable. 1. You feel valued. Caring for someone typically results in that person's appreciation. You can feel and see the value that your actions provide, and as you grow closer to the person you're taking care of, you, just as you are also more loved and valued. Sometimes in a world rife with expectations and pressures, it's nice to remember that you, as you are, matter to the people around you. Caring for these people reminds you even more that you are important and that you can make a difference in someone's life, even in seemingly simple and innocuous ways. 2. Doing kind things is rewarding. The brain has a series of processes that define what we consciously or unconsciously view as a reward. For example, your brain probably lights up its pleasure centers when you eat a sweet treat or receive certain praise. As it turns out, caring for others actually activates these same locations. This means that you can get the same fulfillment you receive from unhealthy habits just by caring for someone. 3. Positive feelings are contagious. Smiling itself is already contagious, and you're much more likely to smile when you're around people who are also smiling. This means that you make them smile when you care for others, which also makes you smile. But beyond just that, positive thinking and emotions in general are quite contagious. You've probably noticed how easily you imitate someone's actions when you're paying attention to them, and science says that humans do the same with feelings. Basically, if you can tell someone is feeling happy, you are also more likely to feel happy. When you care for others, you're giving them great emotions and feelings that will make their way back around to you. It's a wonderful way to live. 4. It teaches empathy. Empathy is a crucial part of emotional intelligence. It allows you to put yourself in the shoes of others, appreciate their experiences, and understand where they're coming from. It's an instrumental skill that allows you to become a better person and a wiser one. When you have more empathy, you're able to gain many benefits beyond the ones you would have expected to come from the simple act of caring. 5. It promotes reciprocity. Although you shouldn't help others solely to receive favors in return or for the sake of repaying someone who's helped you, the fact remains that most studies agree that it's not uncommon for human beings to be motivated by reciprocity. But what does it have to do with emotional stability? The most obvious answer is this: you caring for others means that others will be more inclined to perform their own acts of compassion, both towards you and others in general. 6. It gives you a more positive life perspective. When you actively care for others, you gain new insight into life. You'll meet others who also care about those around them and will feel the benefits of being cared for in return. All of these things combined can increase your positive thinking about the world, shifting your perspective. 7. It reduces self-focus. When you care for someone, you have to stop focusing on yourself and your troubles for a little while. For people who struggle with stress and anxiety, this can be helpful as it removes focus from personal worries and sometimes allows for a subconscious reevaluation of those worries. Of course, if you're stressed out by the responsibility to care for someone, this won't work the same way. But in most cases, taking the focus off of your issues can give you a break from them so you can revisit them with more positive thinking and a fresher perspective later. You get renewed energy from the rest that will allow you to better power through them and stay emotionally stable. 8. You feel like you're righting wrongs. We've talked about how seeing happy people can make you happy. Unfortunately, this also happens the other way around. Seeing sad people can make you sad too. The more familiar you are with someone and the closer the bond you share, the more likely you will be susceptible to catching their emotions, whether positive or negative. But there's a silver lining here. When you do something caring to help someone in your life feel better, your brain overlaps the act of kindness with yourself. You'll get the accomplished feeling from righting something negative, and you'll also feel the relief and happiness that comes with the easing of the negative burden carried by the person you care for. 9. You can feel more motivated. The act of caring can often involve a significant amount of emotional demands. In excess, these can certainly harm mental health and positive thinking, but on a moderate or even reasonably professional level, it can improve your motivation. A study found that professional caregivers actually experience better vitality and motivation when they face day-level emotional demands from those they care for. This often improved their emotional regulation abilities and even carried forward to their personal lives outside of the workplace. 10. It solidifies a kind identity. A majority of people think of themselves as kind individuals. As such, performing caring acts can help to further solidify that identity, according to studies. You might feel proud of yourself for living up to your self-perception. Perceive yourself as a better person, allowing you to improve your self-perception. Feel more eager to continue performing these caring acts, forming a cycle of kindness and self-esteem. Be more satisfied with the way you spend your time and energy. 11. It keeps you physically healthy. People often forget how much health anxiety can impact your emotional state. Health problems can cause financial problems too, which can add even more to the stress that comes from being in poor health to begin with. Research indicates that those who perform volunteer work have a 33% lower chance of experiencing negative health than those who don't actively perform kind acts. Specific health improvements to stay emotionally stable include reduced blood pressure, better cardiovascular health, lowered risk of dementia, better immunity, longer lifespan. 12. You get to connect. When you care for someone, you're deepening a social bond and forging a stronger connection with that person. Kind acts alone are already known to help create closer relationships, and it's commonly known that fostering better relationships, if they're healthy, leads to improved positive thinking and mood. In other words, caring deepens a bond that helps make you feel happier. Even caring through indirect ways, like participating in charity events or volunteering time at a nonprofit, helps you forge bonds with your fellow volunteers. Combined with the knowledge that you're helping people, this can all boost your mood. Caring means compassion, and compassion means happiness. Though the simple act of caring can't completely heal sadness, it can certainly help, and it can make the difference between emotional stability and a lack thereof. It's not always easy to care for someone, and it goes without saying that caring too much and receiving no similar care from anyone else can result in emotional burnout. But for the most part, the act of caring is fantastic for your mental health and can keep you emotionally stable from multiple angles and on many levels.